What's up, everyone? I just had a great conversation with Anne Seery from Dublin, Ireland. Yes, I can say, right? We've made an Dublin, Ireland friend. We're very happy about that, right? And she spent the last 8 years figuring out how the inner working of the mind works. And because of this, Margot's very excited, right? You're excited. You tell them. Because of this, she's gotten out of depression. She's transformed her life by knowing how this works. And so she has a podcast out called God's Gifted Goldmine. It's available on Spotify and Podbean. The links to listen to that podcast are in the description. She's also in the midst of writing a book. She has a lot of great things to say. So we had a great conversation, and I hope you enjoy it. Before you listen on anymore, don't forget to hit the notification bell. What? Favorite? What? Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like my video if you enjoy the conversation, and give me the opportunity to share this conversation and all my other podcasts with your friends and family, because this is all about self-development, and I want to be able to have the biggest impact across as many people as possible, and I can only do that if you help share this with your friends and family. So thanks in advance for doing that, and I hope you enjoy the conversation. This is the first time we're meeting. We met yesterday on a Facebook message. You asked me to listen to your podcast, and it just so happened that I had my own, so we decided to talk today. But so this is the first time we're meeting. So for me, I live in New York. I live on Long Island, which is like a island. It's like a borough of, not a borough, but it's like an island, 30 miles out of New York City, Manhattan. So I work at a advertising agency in New York. And so it's a corporate job. I don't mind the job. I like the people I work with and everything, but I like to do my own thing. So the podcast for me was like, and I wrote a book. So it's like those two things, something that I can just do on my own, like run my own business, and you get your own freedom to make your own decisions. And it's all that which interests me. I'm curious, is that the same thing that like what got you involved in doing your own podcast? Like you like being on your own, you like doing your own business and stuff?
Well, I think it was more so I had so much, because I unlearn to relearn. Like I've been studying my mind 8 years. So
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of, like, because I suffered with depression for 10 years. And then I
I
went on
see.
a self-discovery journey of why I suffered with depression. So I studied the mind like a scientist, and I spent 8 years studying myself. And now I've conquered self. I've gained the keys to freedom. So now, like, I've been writing in journals the past 6.5 years, writing down my blessings and my auto suggestions, and altering my beliefs and my self-image. So because I now live in the inner world and I've all this ready to be expressed, that's why I said, right, I'm going to set up my own podcast, and I named it God's Gifted Gold Mind, because God gave us this gold mind, but it's a gift. But it's only a gifted gift when you unlearn to relearn, because then you connect to the hidden powers within your gifted gold mind. So
Yeah.
that's really it. That's why. And I've been listening to audios the past probably 5 years nonstop, because I wanted to reprogram my mind.
Well, getting out of a depressive state is difficult because your mind is a strange thing how it works. So the fact that you were able to get out of it, congratulations. It's very impressive. I'm happy for you. This is the first time we met
I
ever,
tried to
but I'm
commit
happy.
suicide twice.
Yeah.
I slit my wrist and I took tablets, and I done this twice. And I know what it's like to disintegrate, because I was in the gutter. But now I'm creating. So I want to bring awareness to other people. It's all to do with mindset. It's all to do with what thought you think. Like, if you don't set goals for yourself, you're not going to reject what's coming in from the outside. So it's all about being disciplined and expanding your mind to greater heights, because our mind is the greatest gift that God gifted us all. But we're just all not aware of the potential that we hold inside.
I totally agree with you, and I tell this to everyone I meet. Have you ever read the book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill?
Yeah, yeah, that book like changed, altered my life, like, you know.
I did a podcast on that book, and I say that when I read it, my outlook on life completely changed. It completely changed the way I thought about things. I One day I was one person, and then I read the book and I was completely different. I understood that the inner potential of every single human being, it doesn't matter what you look like, what color you are, anything about you, how old you are, if you have an amazing untapped potential that you can work to your advantage to create, to
Like you
inspire, to
only
be
have to
anything that you want.
you only have to use the creative faculties: reason, will, perception, memory, intuition, and imagination. Use them six in your life, and you won't go wrong. And the power of thought and writing causes us to think and creating goals, and not the suggesting your goals like on a repetitive manner. You have to take power. You have to take back the discipline and bring order to your mind, because when we live from the outside in, we're corrupted with confusion.
Yeah, it's um it's it's a little bit um surreal to say that me and you live on different parts of the world, and we both have similar experiences as far as valuing the inner mind, reading the same types of books that have changed our lives. It's funny because completely different governments, different parts of the world, and we share the same experiences. It's funny how that works.
Like, do you set goals, Chris? Like, what's
Yes.
your big goal? What's your big goal? Your big aim goal? Like now, have you got a big stretch goal? Because you have to have a small goal, a middle goal, and a stretch goal. Because then you don't realize the hidden powers within your gifted goal mind if you don't have a goal. Do you
Well,
set goals like?
I do. Every year I set so I just started this new thing where it's called the top five threes. And you say, where do I want to be in 1 to 2 years? And what are the five goals that I need to get there? And what are the three actions I need to take in order to complete each goal? So if I want to do this goal, what are the three things I need to do to complete that goal? And so it's like five goals, three actions within each goal. And so one of them is what I'm doing here. I want to have a positive influence on 10,000 people. Um, and I want to, by the end of this year, have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and eventually, in by the end of 2023, I want to sell 5 million copies of my book. So,
And what's your
you
book
know,
called?
it's called The Hidden Doors. It's called The Hidden Doors to Success. Um,
Ah,
it talks about
wow.
some of the,
I'll have to. Where will I get that on Amazon?
yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I can send you a link.
Yeah, you'll
It's
have to send
it's
me the
like
link.
$7 or $8. Um,
I'm
it
actually
talks about,
writing a book now at the moment. I'm nearly finished.
oh yeah, it's about the what do you what's it going to be called?
Well, it's about, well, I have three names picked. It's about our mind because it's a programmable computer. So I'm going real in depth in the mind because it's what I've learned. Like, do you know that kind of
Yeah,
way? So, and I'm creating a course as well at the moment.
of course.
Course. So
Where
it'll be on an automated system course. Like, so, like, yeah, because of all my learnings, like I want to simplify it in a way that others can understand it. Do you know that kind of way? In a
yeah,
simpler manner, like, because like I've connected to the source of power, God, like, because I've been doing my rituals of my blessings 6.5 years non-stop. And I like I've been, you know, the way when people read the book and they don't do the doing, you have to do the doing to alter it, to bring it into your heart, because if you
yeah,
don't do the doing, you're not going to change, because it's inner change you have to do. So like I walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk. I've walked the walk for 8 years, and now because it's in my mind, it just comes out. Like I've been doing uh, like working with the CEO of Think and Grow Rich in Colombia, and he has to read from the books. I don't. It just comes out of my head because it's all downloaded in.
yeah. You've been doing this for 8 years. Yeah. So you started doing this for 8 years, and then how many books have you read altogether? Or after for those 8 years?
Oh my God. I've read a lot of books. Think About Rich, Working with the Law, Raymond Holloway, Dr. Joseph Murphy's The Power of the Subconscious Mind, um, Psycho-Cybernetics, yeah, but I don't only, um, like I've studied the mind, like because I know the subconscious mind is our book of life, and we got that from the age of 0 to 7, and it was all our information was downloaded in because we learn through listening, and our subconscious mind must accept there's no ability to reject. So our book of life was formed by other people, and then at 70 tell us to get our conscious mind, and they tell us to perceive the world from the outside in. But we're perceiving the world from the outside in, and we're suppressing our feelings on our heart, and then our pain goes inwards. This is what happened to me with depression, and I had anger inside, so I was giving it out to everybody because whatever's inside comes out. And then they're telling you to live from the outside in, but your subconscious mind, the book of life that somebody else has created, it plays back the experience to your behavior. So you're not even in control. The only way that you can be in control of your life is by coming inside and originate new thoughts, new feelings, and new actions that alters your assumptions in your book of life, because your book of life is your godlike part of you. And then when you do this in a repetitive manner, you take control and you get to know yourself.
Yeah. So these are the things that you talk about in your podcast. Each episode, I guess you hone in, you zero in on a certain topic.
Yeah, well, I just pick a heading and I just talk. It's just all from my head. I don't edit. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake because we're real. I want to be authentic. So I want
That's
people
so
to
funny. That
like
is
me
so
for
funny
me.
that you
You
say
know what
that.
I mean?
I just before we got on this call, in my head, I was just thinking, I was like, I um I don't like to edit these. I don't really like to edit much. I mean, in the beginning, if I do like an intro and I do an intro, I might like shorten it up, whatever. But for the conversations that I have, my plan, I don't want to edit it because that's not it. This whole thing is about self-development for me. And two things. One is self-development is not super, you have weaknesses and you have to acknowledge them, and people are only human. So, if you have a super scripted edited video, it just feels fake. And that's not real life. That's not
People
self-development. That's
feel it as well. People
yeah.
know whether they know by your voice whether it's just rolling off your tongue or whether it's
Yeah.
you're sitting there reading from a book. You know the difference. I know the difference. You
Yeah.
know you're only listening. See, because I now have connected to the soul part of me, and the soul part of me learns to listen. So when I listen to someone's voice, I know straight away if I connect to them because I've connected. Because we're not taught to feel. Feeling is something that you have to learn because we're taught to
Yeah.
use our intellect. We're not taught to use our feelings. But when you learn about your inner workings of your gifted go mind and enter into the spirit of it, you use your feelings because you have to express. But when we live from the outside in, we're taught to suppress, going inwards. But when you come inside, you express. So you get to let go, release, heal, and feel. Like I had to let go a lot of things and forgive myself because I would have done a lot of things when I was angry and depressed that I wouldn't have been proud of. And if you don't forgive yourself, like it's you against you, it's not you against them. It's all you. And it's a realization of that when you study yourself and study your mind. And then your energy, like my energy levels are through the roof. Like it's like off the scale. Like, and it's because I'm big into Albert Einstein stuff, and he says match the energy of your frequency, and you cannot but get that reality. This is not philosophy. This is physics. So because everything is energy, thoughts are energy, and thoughts are real, and they have power. So when you match the energy of the reality of want, like your goal, you have to get it because you have to. It's energy. It'll manifest
Yeah.
then, and that's the way
Yeah.
the mind is. It's just fascinating. Like,
Let me ask you this. I'm totally in agreement, and I couldn't agree more about the ability to harness your mind and your inner self to to externalize that to your real life. But it has to start from within, and then you can change yourself from outside. The thing that I think is also overlooked is is your diet and what you eat also really has an impact on your chemical balance inside. For example, if you drink a lot of alcohol, that screws up what is I forget the exact chemical that gets produced, but I'm saying certain things
Yeah,
will
Dylan.
cause an imbalance chemically in your body, and that doesn't help either. So I've struggled with heartburn for like 10 years, and I've went to doctors, I've had Prilosec, I've tried all these things, and I've just always had bad heartburn. This isn't a chemical imbalance for your inner mind, but just like to show you that food and what we consume is matters so much for our bodies. I changed my diet like 6 months ago, and I haven't had heartburn since. It was been 10 years. I've No one could figure it out, and it was just because I had a bad diet. I was eating foods that were processed. I was drinking more than average alcohol. I didn't look at all the food that I was eating and what ingredients were in there, and I changed all of that. And I haven't really had heartburn since. And so that's just one example. And ever since that happened to me, I value the diet also just as high as like if I were to set goals, and I know that's important because it sets my mind on the right path. I also know that I need to have the right diet because it's just like a car. If I don't put the right fuel in the car, then it doesn't matter if I know where I'm going. Like that's actually a good example. If I have a car and I set a destination, that's a goal. But if I don't put the fuel in the car, I'm never going to get there. So I always look at it now. A couple ways is yeah, you have to set goals and have that inner strength, but then you need to make sure that you got the right fuel. Is this something that you've come across at all?
Yeah, well, that's to do with your thinking as well, because you take responsibility. Like when you take responsibility for your thinking, your feeling, and your actions. So, like if I'm responsible for my body, like I
Yeah.
train, I do weights and I do boxing and I
Oh,
train
I
and
don't want to
I
run into you then.
no, I like training. I do an hour a day. If I'm not like boxing and running and biking, like I like getting out from my head, like. But and I eat pretty well as well, do you know? Because I think it goes part and parcel. And I haven't had a drink right in a year and 4 months. I set a goal to give up the drink for a year, and
Oh
I
yeah.
ended up giving it up for a year and 4 months. And then last night I met a friend and I had two glasses of wine and I was like, oh, yeah. And I haven't had a drink like in a year and 4 months. Last night I had two glasses of wine.
Well, that's
And
nice. That's
it was,
good.
the wine was like bubbly in my belly. It was real warm because,
Yeah.
because I haven't drank in so long, but it was nice just to sit over it. Like
So you live in Dublin, is that correct? Dublin?
Dublin, yeah, Dublin, Ireland, yeah.
Dublin. It's so funny. I was looking up Dublin. Do you guys get, because Dublin is sort of, you get right in the Irish Sea, looks like could be a nice like beach or something. Do you guys get like
Oh yeah, there's
anytime you get
beaches
warm
like
weather?
20 minutes away from me, like just Bray, just Greystones, there's beaches all over, like the north side and then the south side. So yeah, there's like lots of beaches, like yeah.
That's
Do you like the
nice.
beach?
So I live 15 minutes from the beach. Um,
Wow.
but what I understand is that where you are, it's colder. It's colder more often than it's warm. Is that
Oh
true?
yeah, it is. But I'm used to it.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
get used to it, And then when we get the heat, we're just not used to it. It's just so warm.
What month does it get hot?
Well, September it gets really hot, and like the last week has been really hot. Like so, it depends. Like July, August, September. It depends,
Gotcha.
and then May it could be really hot. It depends. Like it differs.
Yeah.
But September, when the kids go back to school, it's always lovely. Are
It's
you thinking
always
about coming to Dublin?
well, so the advertising agency that I work with, uh they have we have offices in London. So I don't know how I know I can see on a map the distance, but I don't know what that means as far as like a plane ride. So how long that would be, but no plans currently. But I know that because our company has offices everywhere, you're always traveling around. So I have never been to London or anywhere in Europe yet, which is funny. But have you ever been to the United States?
I've been to New York, but I was young. I was 13. I went with my sister. We went. Yeah, it was lovely. Like, and I've been to um the holiday parks. Florida, Florida.
Oh, Universal
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah. I really
nice.
loved that. I went with my ex-boyfriend, and we went like, that was a great holiday. Like,
Is
all
there
we
not?
did was walk and have fun.
Is there like? Is there a similar thing like that in your area, your country? Like, is there like a park
Potato
where
Park,
what is
but
it
it's
called?
like it's only has it has a few amusements, and it has a wooden roller coaster.
A wooden roller. Ah, but it's
Yeah,
nowhere near the
but
size
it's real
of Universal.
fast.
What?
It's real fast.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a great podcast out. You seem to you seem to have a be in touch with a lot of what you're talking about. You have 8 years of studying all this. When is your book coming out?
Well, hopefully in the next probably 2 months.
2 months. What have you ever written a book before?
No, you
Yeah, me
you
neither.
have.
That was the first. I had no idea what I
What
was
was it
doing.
like writing the book?
Um, it depends what kind of person you are. I go crazy over little details, and because of that, when you're dealing with a book, there's so many variables that if I open this book and I read it in depth again, I'm afraid to do it because I will find something that I want to change and I just can't do it anymore. I must have went through hundreds and hundreds of revisions, so I went crazy over it. But my experience was one one is just writing the content. At first, I was like, I have all this stuff that I want to write in my head, and I feel like it'll help people. And then when I finally had it all down, it took a few weeks. And then I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is nowhere near where I need it to be. So it took me about a few weeks of just writing. And then I think I had like 20 to 15,000 words. And usually for a self development book, I was looking that you probably want at least 40,000 words. So I learned this on the go because I had no idea what I was doing. And I'd never done it before. So just getting all the content down first was it challenged me because even when I thought I had everything down, I was not even halfway there. And then I had to like spend another few months. So it took me all together about maybe 6 or 7 months to put this together. Then the formatting was another piece where I just had to like work through for a couple of weeks to get it down. Meaning, I remember I printed my book I printed a book for an example to
Yeah.
QA it and make sure it was in good condition. And I compared it to other books, and there was so many things that were off. Like the titles were not like in a bigger. The title formats weren't big enough font size. I didn't use the right. Um, you can use left alignment, different types of alignment with your paragraph. So I didn't. There's a centered one where like it makes the left and right alignment look straight. But there was a lot of little formatting details that after I wrote the book, and that took a while of just reviewing it. Then I had to like format it. That took a while. Then it was a matter of getting revisions done. I had my parents help me like revise it. My wife helped me, and I just kept finding small details. And so just that in and of itself, since I'd never written a book, was just for me, it was hard to get.
Would you
It
write
wasn't.
another one?
I'm going to because I already have other ideas of what I want to add into this book. So I think I'm just going to add. multiple. I'm going to do future editions. Like I think there are certain topics that I could have added in here that I didn't, and now that I have more time to think about it, I think I'll do future editions. But I'll keep the same Hidden Doors to Success title. So
And what was
I'll
it
do
like seeing your book in the shops?
well.
Was
So
it on Amazon?
it's on Amazon. What I did was I didn't publish. I didn't go through like a conventional publisher. I did it self-published,
What
and
was that like? Because I'm thinking about doing that self-published. Is it worth it?
I personally think it is because there's two things. I'm doing it through Amazon KDP, so I think it's called Kindle Direct Publishing, and Kindle Direct Publishing, and you do everything. You can do everything on your own. It's
So
basically a little.
is that like an ebook?
No, it's both. I'll tell you, it's almost the most unbelievable thing in the world. It's so easy. So it's
Maybe you can send me that link if you don't mind, Chris.
I'll send it over. Yeah, it makes publishing your book very simple, but Amazon will be in theory the publisher because they're publishing your book for you, but you can either as soon as you have your Word doc, your file format, and then your cover, you make your own cover or you ask someone to do your cover. I did my own cover. It's a simple cover, like it's not that I did my own covers.
Though, but with the doors. But you know what? I joined them Fiverr yesterday. Fiverr.
Oh, okay.
And they're brilliant, like, and they're so cheap because I needed to get a podcast cover because my podcast cover for iTunes wasn't in the right size. Do you have your podcast on iTunes?
I did. I didn't go that route yet because initially it was about the book, and then now I'm doing a YouTube channel, and then I'll have to see if it's worth putting because you have to. What I understand is to get your podcast everywhere, you need to like pay for another service. It's like those RSS.
It's not that dear, Chris. I'm on Podbean, right? And I'll even send you a link because my friend has an affiliate. He's an affiliate marker for when everybody buys. But it's only $9 a month.
Yeah, well, it's not that bad.
That's I think it's $110 a year, and you just go on to Podbean and you record and you can put music on, and then you just launch it up.
Yeah, send it over.
That's it.
Yeah, is there a limit on how many hours you can do it per month?
I think you can do 90 minutes per session.
Gotcha. That's okay. Yeah, send it over. I'd love to see it because I just
send it over because I got a podcast course and all, and I was like, right, I'm doing a podcast course, going to learn all this. Yeah. And then when I went on the webinar, they were like saying, like, you don't have to do all that. You can just download the Podbean, launch it, and record it, and then just launch it up like onto your page, like set it all up on your page, and then iTunes will take it for free. iTunes takes your podcast for free, and I'm on Spotify as well, so it's like great, like, and that's all free because you're on the platform.
I love it. Yeah, send me it over. I'm going to take a look at it.
I will.
Yeah. So I'll just say this. I
record one a day, and then I just launch it up.
You do one a day?
I do one a day.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to do once a week.
Chris.
That's a lot. I like it. That's awesome. But really quick on KDP, you'll get to a point. All you'll need is your cover, and then you'll need wherever you have the words written down. You can upload it directly into KDP. It's very simple. And you can make two different books. You can make an ebook, which will be available on Kindles. Yeah. The Kindle devices.
How come you didn't do the ebook?
I do have it. It is available available on Kindle. You can buy it on a Kindle.
Ebook. So I can buy an ebook if I want to buy an ebook.
What? Do you have a Kindle?
Oh no, I don't. Do you need a Kindle? Yeah.
I think you need a Kindle. I didn't go on there wasn't like a ton of demand yet, so this is the first month this book is out, so I'm just testing it and testing the waters. I could put it on different formats though. I can easily do that.
I have for one of my names in my book for my book, and you probably, and then I was thinking I don't know whether I could call it this book. out the bullshit.
Bullshit.
Cut out the bullshit.
Why can't you say that? I think you can say. I've seen curses in books before.
But then I was like, oh no, I don't think I could, because it's all about God. Like, do you know the kind of way? Look, there's my cup already on Amazon. See, our subconscious mind just cannot tell what is real or imagined. So I put my book already sold, to get me, on cups and pictures around my house.
Huh.
So I've already done it. You get me? Even though I haven't done it.
Yeah. You're assuming it's already going to happen, so you do it.
Yeah, it's already happening. Like I'm already earning, Chris. My big goal is earn $1 million a month.
Earn $1 million a month, or
A month, yeah.
well, I guess you're not using dollars, right? What's your currency?
Euro.
Euro, yeah. So you want to earn $1 million?
That's my stretch goal.
I like it.
Because I know I'm going to create a lot of courses that'll automate that. Because if I create a course and charge €1,000 for the course and 1,000 people bought that, that's £1 million.
Yeah, I think you can do it easily. You set your powers. You set your powers to it. But last thing I will tell you, because I think it's really a really key thing for KDP, and I'll stop there, but is that it's print on demand. So once you upload your book and you do a paperback, you don't have to order copies unless you want to. Anytime someone buys it on Amazon, they ship, if they have Prime, they ship it in 2 days. They print it on demand. So they don't print it until someone buys it. And this way.
Wow.
So,
and Chris,
yeah.
you don't mind me asking you what was your cost and all that?
Yeah, I'm totally transparent with this. I price my, you can price it, I think, however you want. I price my paperback at $7.99. Okay. I get 60% royalty. This is a standard thing for them, and it depending on your book. For example, how many pages it is. Are you using color or black and white? That all depend on your cost, but it costs $3.19 to print, and I'm just charging it. So I'm not making a lot of money from this. I think for right now, for me, I just want to get the book out there. So for me, I don't care so much about the profit at the moment. So
together, what was the cost like for you to do all this yourself? Like, obviously there was a cost in the book.
Very little. Almost none, really. So I'll tell you what I did. I used Google Documents to write the book in, and that was free. I used Google Drawings.
Is Google Documents the one that's your email doc?
Yeah.
Is it? Because that's the one that I've been using. Email doc.
I don't know.
Google Doc, or is that different?
Google Doc is like, yeah, if you sign into your Google, you sign into your Gmail.
You sign into your Gmail and all your YouTube, and then you go down to Doc. Is that Doc?
Yeah, and that's free to use. It's So I use that. I used Google Drawings, which is another application that is available for free when you're using Google to do my cover. So, but you look like you can make your own cover. You don't have to worry about that. But so I did my cover for free myself. The only thing that cost me money here was I kept revising my book, and I didn't have a PDF editing software system that was making my life easy. I kept using free versions, and it took me forever to keep re-uploading because I have to upload a PDF.
Are you saying it's better off get a PD, buy one like?
Yeah, so I bought one. It was like $60 for the year. It's an online version, which I actually really love. Let's see what it's called. It's called Online Soda PDF, like SODA PDF. But there's plenty of versions. It just made my life so much easier. So when I had to revise it, I could. And so that was, I think, $60 for the year. And then that's it. Like, the only cost now is promoting it. So on
Yeah, when
Amazon,
you're
you could.
promoting your book, you know what, Chris? I could give you a place where you could promote your book, and they do lives with you. And I only they're in Canada, but it's Landing for Success, and they have 19,000 members in their club, and to become a lifetime member, I think it's $100.
Huh.
And it'll promote you and your book because they do lives with you and they do interviews and you meet people around the world and you network with them, and it might help you promoting your book. It might be something that I could send you the link for.
Yeah, definitely send me that. That sounds like I would do that. Let me
Yeah,
make
they're
sure
all
I'm
real kind on it. You know what I mean? They're all real helpful. So they help everybody because they try and because there's 19,000 members. Everybody tries to help everybody. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I see. And 19,000 members, I'm assuming they're all over the world.
Yeah, they're all over the world. And then once a month they do a network marketing. You talk about your business for 30 seconds. So it's like a stop clock. Like you take and I'd say there's about 40 people that go to that, and they're all over the world and they talk about their business. It's like a promoting thing. Like
I love it. Yeah, send me that over. I'm going to send you the KDP stuff. I don't know if you
yeah,
want the
if
book.
you could send me all that what you wrote about the Kindle Direct and all that about the book, because then it'd be very helpful for me.
Yes,
See, we were meant to meet each other for a reason.
I know. We're helping each other out.
I'm so glad now that I randomly sent you that link.
How did you find me anyway? Was it
I
under
don't know
like
whether you were in. Are you in the Think and Grow Rich the Think and Grow
the
Rich mastermind group?
yes.
Yeah, because I went down all the Think and Grow Rich mastermind group, and also I'm in the 5 a.m. club because I do wake up at 5 a.m. I don't know whether you're in that. Are you in that as
I
well?
I'm not in that club, but I wake up at 5 a.m.
Well, you should join that club. It's brilliant.
It's
It's
a Facebook group.
Robin Sharma, the 5 a.m. club, and it's on Facebook. I'll send you the link because they're real. You post your pictures up on Facebook, and it's like a team community.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
And
would
then
love to join
Jonah
that.
is the head fella, and he's organizes the Facebook page. And I don't know whether there's a good few thousand people, and they're all over the world, and you see all their sunrises and all. It's lovely.
All right. Okay. I will see that. I'll send you over the stuff. Send me over some of the things we were talking about. I'd love to look at them. Um, is there and then I guess is there anything because I'm gonna throw this on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be promoting it. So is there
I hope
anything
I smiled.
you did? Where can people find your podcast?
Podbean, Podbean, God's Gifted Gaumont. And you can
God,
also find me on anseery.com.
you say it's Pod B?
Podbean, Podbean,
Oh, Podbeam.
Podbean, Podbean,
Podbeam.
Bean,
Bean.
Podbean,
Yeah.
Podbean,
Okay.
Podbean, Podbean.
Gotcha. Okay. So we can get it there.
And you can find me on Podbean on anseery.com, and then it'll come up God's Gifted Gaumont.
Perfect. I'm actually gonna I'll 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 put like a little note on the top, like I'll add to the video an overlay of text so people see it. This way everyone knows
Yeah.
what's going on
I
here.
can even send you the picture of my podcast. I just got it done on Fiverr.
Yeah,
Um,
send me all the material you have because I can add this. I can add an overlay. This way people can see it.
yeah. And then you can put the picture up, and then when I start to get visitors on my podcast, I'll invite you on. It's just that
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet. I haven't
Yeah.
done two people. I've only been doing one. Me.
Well, this is my third podcast where I have someone else on. So I've just started this too.
Yeah. I don't know what way you do the podcast when you're recording it yourself. Like I don't know. Is there a way of having another person there?
If I say that again, if I'm by
You know the way
myself,
I'm like using the Podbean and I'm recording and then I'm just launching it up. Like how would you be able to do a podcast with somebody else if you're recording it? Do you get me?
yes. Are you saying like right now how I'm recording this?
Yeah, but see the way you're doing a video. Mine is not a video. Mine is just podcast.
Oh, oh, I see. Um, well, here's the thing. I I'm not sure, but one way I could do it is there's a program I use. It's called We Video, and that's how I make all my videos for YouTube. And you can edit videos. They have a lot of interesting stock music and all. They have a really good system for you to edit videos to make them really look professional. And so if I were to do it, you can do something like a Google Meets where I'm doing this, where you can record it, and then I can just turn this into an audio file, and then wherever you upload your podcast, you can just make this an audio file, or you can make it a video file, and then there would be your podcast. But I have to say this: I'm just learning here. I think there's better ways to do all of this, and I just have to learn how to do it. I have to research a little more because
Yeah, learn as you go.
I'm sure there's better ways to do this. There's
I think
much.
Zoom as well. If you're on Zoom, your Zoom goes onto YouTube podcast. You do one Zoom and it goes downloads onto all different platforms.
Oh yeah, Zoom.
Yeah, so you should check into that.
Yeah, I have to do that. Yep, it's just, again, 2 weeks ago I launched this, so it's a lot of learning here for me, and
Yeah.
so eventually I'll
At
get to
least
it.
you have a mic. I didn't even get a mic yet.
This mic was like $35. Oh, I don't know what that is in euros, but $35 on Amazon. Just a
Yeah.
it's a
I'm going to get a Yeti. A Yeti. I think
yeah
it's called Yeti. A Yeti mic. Somebody that does podcasts recommended it. A Yeti mic. Now
yeah.
I think it works out €160, but it's a good like it lasts me probably 10 years, like,
I'm
and
sure
it's
it's
meant to
gonna
be
be
a really
good.
good mic, like, so I just said I'd just get it, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would get. I've heard Yeti is pretty good.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I heard it picks up every sound, so you have to be in a quiet room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it should yeah, that's true. You should have probably a quiet room. You don't want any background noise. The mic should though, it should compress. You know what I mean? Like what I understand a mic is, it should compress the the noise. So this way it's like only taking in noise that is near the mic. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not really sure. I'm sure the Yeti is a better mic than what I have.
But it's really well, your mic is working just as well. So I, you know what I mean. If it does the job, it's doing the job.
Yeah, it's got good reviews on Amazon. So until I need another mic, I'll use these.
And not only that, I'm using no mic and it's going okay.
Yeah, yeah. Google Meets it optimizes the audio. I don't know how it does it, but it optimizes the audio so it comes out clearly. So hopefully that's working out. Maybe when you get your mic and we do this again, we'll both have mics. All right. Anne, is it Anne or Annie?
No, Anne. It's Anne Marie, but I don't like Anne Marie, so I prefer Anne.
Gotcha. Okay, Anne. Well, it was very nice to meet you. I
Likewise.
hope we can do this again soon. I want to be on your podcast when you start getting guests. Send me all that information. Send me the link to your when you're ready with your book.
Likewise, you send it to me, and then if I need any help, Chris, if I get stuck, is it all right to call on you?
Absolutely, and I will do the same with you. If I get stuck, I'm gonna give you a call.
Yeah. So you can say now we're friends.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
I
Friends
have a
from
friend in New York. Yay!
Yep. I love it. Awesome.
And you have one in Dublin now.
Yep. My first friend in Dublin. Amazing.
The look of the Irish is going to be on you today now, Chris.
You know what? Now I'm going to reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I got the luck of the Irish.
Well, you become what you think about.
Yeah, it's true. You have to.
It causes you to think, so.
Yes, it does.
It down.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, have a good rest of your day. Hopefully I see you soon, and I'll look out for all that information. I'll put all of your podcast information here.
I'll send that information out to you.
Awesome. And then I'll send you over a link once this is on YouTube.
Yeah. So I have to send the Landing for Success. What else?
Yes. Send that over.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. It was so great to meet you. And
bye.
Glad we have a conversation. All right, bye.